In this lesson, I will talk about the configuration of the Photoshop Workspace. The Photoshop Workspace is very flexible, and most interface components can be moved and grouped in different ways. These allow us to configure the interface pretty much the way we want. In the previous lesson, I introduced the main components of the interface and quickly presented the Photoshop panels. These panels consist of windows containing tools to manage and change documents. Panels can be grouped into blocks. When it happens, each panel can be selected through tabs that can be found in the top of the group. If I click and drag on any tab, I can undock it and move this tab to another place, creating a floating panel. I can also move the panel and dock it into another group, or move it to a region between different groups and create a new group. If I undock a panel, we will see that an X appears in its upper right corner. If I click on this X, the panel will close. If I want to open that same panel again, or any other panel that is not visible, I can go to the Window menu. In this menu, we can see all the panels that can be opened in the Photoshop interface. And if I need a panel that is not currently visible in the interface, I can open it here. If I double-click a tab, I collapse the panel or group of panels in a minimized region. And if I double-click on a collapsed tab, it expands again. Each panel or group of panels can be scaled if we click on the borders and drag. They can also be minimized or expanded if we click on these little arrows in the upper right corner of the panel or group of panels. And even this minimized version of the panel can be scaled to get a little bigger or a little smaller. When a panel is minimized on a button, we can open it temporarily by simply clicking the button. And if we click the button one more time, it will be minimized again. Other interface components, such as the Tools panel and the Options bar control panel, can also be undocked, moved, and docked in another place. Just click on this part in the corner of the panel with a grip and move it to undock the panels, or dock it in different places. We can also undock the document window and move and scale it. But the document window, unlike the other panels, can only be docked in this part of the interface, moving it here to this top line. So, as you can see, the Photoshop interface can be organized in many different ways. And, depending on the type of work you are doing in Photoshop, you will need specific panels and may not need the others. This ability to organize the panels and tools of Photoshop in a free way allows us to leave the interface with just what we need. If we go to the Windows menu, we will find a submenu called Workspace, where we will find some predefined interface configurations for certain types of works, such as painting, animation, and web. If we choose one of these options, we can see that the layout of the interface is organized with the panels used for the task in question. If you want to go back to the default workspace, just choose the Essentials option. And if you have messed with this default workspace and want it to go back to the original way, just click Reset Essentials. So, as you can see, the flexibility of the Photoshop interface allows we to leave it exactly the way we want it, quickly and easily.